What's up everybody, Commander Sanctum here, and today we're taking a look at the new green-white-blue Commander Precon from Final Fantasy, Counter Blitz. For this Precon upgrade, we're going to be swapping out 10 cards from the original deck for a new set of 10 that, combined, will be under $15 on TCG Player. The purpose of the 10 card $15 combination is that this upgrade will be more geared towards someone who may go to an LGS with some friends, play with the Precons a few times, then want to quickly and cheaply upgrade them in the store. We'll also be keeping with the spirit of a Precon, upgrading the deck with thematic or unique cards, rather than simply the best generic cards in each color. With that, let's take a look at what we'll be changing. Titus, Yuna's Guardian, the commander of the Counter Blitz Precon, is all about counters, being able to move counters between creatures, as well as letting you proliferate and draw a card whenever a creature with counters on it deals damage to a player. We'll be leaning heavily into this counter theme with our card choices, as well as some good utility cards to make the deck function more consistently. For additional counter sources, we have Arwen, Weaver of Hope, which will give all of our other entering creatures counters based on their toughness. Zamone, Paradox Sculptor, is a great way to get counters onto creatures and then double them as well, all for a cheap 2 mana. Simic Ascendancy is both a counter generation effect and an alternate win con that can be easily met in a deck like this. Tezzeret's Gambit is an efficient card draw effect that will also proliferate, two things we want to be doing as much as possible. Alongside this, Evolution Sage will proliferate whenever we have a land enter, whether it's from normally playing one or from ramp effects. Kami of Whispered Hopes is going to be a great way to generate some additional mana, while also acting as an additional Hardened Scales effect, adding an extra +1/+1 counter onto something whenever it naturally gets one. Since ramp is a little sparse in the deck, adding Cultivate and Kodama's Reach can be a great way to make sure we have access to all the colors we need when we need them. Alongside ramp, removal is also a bit lacking in the original deck list, making Generous Gift a great and cheap addition. Finally, Crystalline Giant is a great way to get more uncommon counters out onto the battlefield. Since Titus can move counters between creatures, this can be a great way to give your other creatures more evasion, such as Flying or Menace, or even turn them into effective blockers, with counters like Death Touch and First Strike. With this final card, our total for the additions comes in at $12.93 on TCG Player. For removals, we'll start by taking out some of the cards that are more geared towards investigating than counters, in Tireless Tracker and Lord Jiskel Guado. Generous Patron can be removed since we won't be placing counters on opponents' creatures much, and cards like Summoner Sending, Rampant Rejuvenator, and Path of Discovery are generally just not efficient enough to want to keep around. Destroy Evil is easily replaced by Generous Gift, and Everflowing Chalice, while nice with Proliferate, is not going to be as effective as simply getting more lands into play most of the time. Finally, Altered Ego and Endless Detour are a bit too mana intensive for what they do, and don't really fit too well into our overall theme due to it. Let me know what you think of this quick and cheap Precon upgrade for Counter Blitz from Final Fantasy. If you have any other cheap additions you think would fit well with our counters theme, leave them down in the comments below. I'd love to see what other options you all have that fit in our arsenal. If you liked this video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to be notified of the next Precon upgrade for Final Fantasy. See you all in the next one.